Marichat. Marichat. We know Lady Noir and Adrianette are going to progress in season 4. Marinette will start to fall in love with Cat Noir. Adrian will fall in love with Marinette. Reverse love square. But there's just one thing, a tiny thing missing out of the equation. Marichat. Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. It's your girl, the cartoon hotspot, and today's video is a theory video on Miraculous Ladybug. Today's video I'll be talking about how the love square can reverse and why one ship out of the love square has to happen in order for the love square to reverse, and that is Marichat. Now, a while ago I did a video on my predictions for the love square in season 4, so I strongly suggest checking that out before we get into this video. Otherwise, don't forget to subscribe to my channel, hit that thumbs up, and turn on that bell button for post notifications. Let's begin. You'll know by now not to get too excited for a reveal or for a confession anytime soon. Cat Blanc and Oblivio, both episodes of season 3, being Thomas Astruc's way of saying, be patient, you are not getting a reveal anytime soon. Just slow your roll, be patient, okay? Take what you've been given, take Cat Blanc, take Oblivio, but you're not getting a reveal anytime soon. And we know with Miraculous Ladybug, the writers love to take the long route, and I mean the long route. Like, I've been watching Miraculous since I was 12. I've been watching Miraculous for 5 years now. 5 years, and we are only in season 3. If you think you can hurt me, try again, because I've been watching Miraculous for 5 years. Now, I get like the pandemic has really halted everything and put everything on a delay, and Miraculous Ladybug is a 3D show, so it is going to be harder and a bit slower to produce in episodes. But honestly, I really did think season 3 was going to be the turning point of the show, but I strongly believe now season 4 is going to be the turning point. Everything is going to change. Lady Noir, Adrianette is going to go full speed ahead, okay? They're going to happen in season 4. So we know that season 4 will bring us a reverse love square in which Marinette or Ladybug will actually start to fall for Cat Noir and Adrian will fall for Marinette. And I think the only way for this to happen, the only way for Lady Noir, for Adrianette to progress in season 4 is if we have Marichat. Marichat is that essential ship. Yes, there's hardly any scenes of Marichat, but I do think there is a reason for that. Marinette is in love with Adrian and Adrian is in love with Ladybug. So let's rewind for a bit, just so you know where I'm heading. Start with Marinette. Ladybug is Marinette's alter ego, and I think the person she wants to be, her true self, in other words. But in her civilian form, Marinette is clumsy, gets her words jumbled around, is always flustered, and just a huge mess around Adrian. Now, Cat Noir is Adrian's alter ego, and to me, the person Adrian wants to be, if it wasn't for the strict rules his father imposed on him. In his civilian form, Adrian is always being told what to do and how to act, so he's unable to really portray and present his true self. Him being really outgoing, confident, and flirtatious. And the only reason why Adrian or Cat Noir hasn't fallen in love for Marinette is because Marinette doesn't really exhibit her Ladybug traits in her civilian form. With Cat Noir, it's just a little bit different. Beneath the flirting, beneath the outgoing nature, beneath the cocky nature, Cat Noir is just this sweet, sensitive person who can be vulnerable but hasn't really shown his vulnerable side, only a few times. And Ladybug now has only just realised that Cat Noir can actually be very sensitive. So back to our discussion. Marichat is the driving force behind the love square. And I still stand by my opinion that Marichat will more so be platonic rather than romantic, and I'll get onto that in a little bit. Reason 1. Marinette and Cat Noir are both comfortable around each other.
Really? What kind?
Well, tonight I had this special surprise all planned for Ladybug.
You're in love with Ladybug? For real?
The episode Glacier really just showed us how beautiful a Marichat friendship can be. So when Cat Noir gets stood up by Ladybug, his first instinct, his first reaction is to go see Marinette and to go to talk to Marinette, although you could argue he was just lonely and Marinette was just close by for his convenience. But I feel like whether or not Marinette was close by, I still think he would have been comfortable in going to see her. Cat Noir instantly opens up to her and confides in her and tells her that Ladybug stood him up, showing just how comfortable he is with talking to Marinette. This is something I've noticed from like the very first episode where they met in the Origins episode back in season 1. Adrian is just super comfortable around Marinette. Like, he doesn't know it himself, but he's always been comfortable in talking to Marinette. Literally on the first day when they met, he was so comfortable in telling him, look, I've never had any friends, I've never been to school before, this is what's up, so this is all kind of new to me. And like, you wouldn't just say that to someone you're not comfortable around. Like, they just have that instant connection in which Cat Noir knows he will always be able to trust Marinette. He knows at the end of the day, Marinette has always and will always be there for him. And so it's kind of like a gateway for him to be vulnerable with her at ease. He can easily be vulnerable knowing that she isn't going to judge him in a negative way. He doesn't even hesitate in telling Marinette that he has feelings for Ladybug. He just turned up to her balcony and said, yeah, Ladybug stood me up, this is what's good. Like, if I had a crush, which I don't, but if I had a crush, I wouldn't just tell another person, look, I've set up a date for this person, but they stood me up, unless I was comfortable around them. Like, do you know what I mean? So yeah, Marinette and Cat Noir are both comfortable around each other. And I'll explain how Marinette is comfortable around Cat Noir. Marinette is comfortable around Cat Noir, at least as Ladybug. And I'm hoping in season 4, Marinette becomes more comfortable around Cat Noir as Marinette. There are times where Ladybug has broken down in front of Cat Noir without holding back her feelings. Miracle Queen, the finale of season 3, being a prime example of that. Bottom line is, Ladybug is her true self around Cat Noir. She can be both confident and daring and sassy, but she can also be really sensitive and vulnerable, knowing that Cat Noir loves every inch of her, every side to her. I think when Marinette and Adrian both realize that their love interests just aren't reciprocating romantic feelings, they will begin to hang out more often as Marinette and Cat Noir. And I don't mean it like, hey Marinette, oh, can I talk to you about Ladybug, blah 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 blah. Like, it has to be a gradual thing, and that's one of the things I love about Marichat. It's not the most rushed ship, it's not the slowest ship, it's just taking its time. And that's another beautiful thing about Marichat. When Cat Noir and Marinette hang out more often in season 4, they will learn more about each other than they thought they knew. Reason number 2. Marichat will allow both Marinette and Cat Noir to be honest with themselves. I feel like this point itself is very important. Like, you can't be honest with someone if you're not honest with yourself. And that's one thing about Marinette and Cat Noir. Cat Noir and Marinette aren't really acknowledging their feelings towards this person. That is, Marinette not knowing she likes Cat Noir, and Cat Noir not knowing he's actually in love with Marinette as Adrian. They're not really acknowledging themselves, they're not being honest with themselves. So how can they be honest with someone else? So it's kind of similar to my previous point, and it's kind of not, but I genuinely think Marichat is the healthiest ship out of the love square. It's the ship where both characters can just slow down, take a breather, and just be themselves. With the other ships, so I'm talking about Lady Noir and Adrianette, with the other ships, it's a case where both characters don't really acknowledge each other's qualities and flaws. Like, they acknowledge the qualities, but they don't really acknowledge the flaws. They kind of turn a blind eye to it, and it's not deliberate or anything, it's just a subconscious thing. And so it kind of acts as a barrier to their relationship. It kind of blocks them from moving forward and from progressing. And it's more so a problem on Marinette's part rather than Adrian or Cat Noir. Like, I can think of so many times where Marinette has compared Adrian to Cat Noir, compared Cat Noir to Adrian in a negative way. Like the episode Frightening Girl, when Alia is like, hey, have I ever told you how similar Adrian looks to Cat Noir? And Marinette replies saying, ugh, whatever, Adrian is 1,000 times more amazing than Cat Noir. Like, sis, they're the same person. If Marinette just sat back, just slowed down a bit and really compared how similar Adrian and Cat Noir is, then she'd be able to, then she wouldn't be saying those things. She wouldn't be saying any of those things. But girly is so blind, and honestly, me too, sis, me too. Now with Adrian, there's nothing wrong with liking confident girls. Adrian has a thing for confident girls, which is why he likes Kagami and he likes Ladybug. And which is also why he doesn't acknowledge his feelings or hasn't come to terms with his feelings for Marinette. Unlike Ladybug, Marinette gets flustered easily. She always jumbles up her words and is just a huge mess around Adrian. But there are times where she can be really confident and really resourceful. If Marinette showed more of her Ladybug side around Adrian, then I think Adrian would be falling head over heels for Marinette. With that being said, if Marinette and Cat Noir hang out more often in season 4 and have a decent amount of screen time, then I think Marinette will be able to show off her more confident side, her more creative side, let's say. Because I feel like Marinette has got the confidence as Marinette, but she just doesn't know how to show it as Marinette. Like, she knows how to be confident as Ladybug, because you have to be confident when fighting a supervillain. Nobody wants a shy superhero who doesn't know what they're doing. They have to get the job done. She knows how to be confident behind the mask, but she doesn't know how to show her talent and show why people should appreciate her as Marinette. She's got the creativity. She's got so many things coming for her. Girlie is so talented, okay? We've been new. She is so talented. She's going to be an upcoming fashion designer in the future. She's just got so many things coming for her, but she's kind of just brushes that aside, saying, oh, everyone just loves the Ladybug side of me. But no one can really love your side if you're not showing that off yourself, and she just needs that push from Cat Noir. I think Cat Noir could really encourage her, could really push her into being her best self, her true self. Because Cat Noir is just really outgoing and really carefree, and even Ladybug asks him in the episode Puppeteer 2.0 how he manages to always be so carefree, to be so open. But also, on the flip side, Marinette could equally bring out the best in Cat Noir. She can help Cat Noir see things from a different perspective and help him be truer to himself in his civilian form, unknowingly. To me, Adrien is kind of like stuck in this void. Like, they're both stuck, okay? They're both teenagers. They've got their own issues to sort out in their everyday life, but Adrien is stuck in this void where he wants to act a certain way, he wants to be the certain person, his true self, but he's always being tied down by people's expectations and by what people expect from him. And deep down, he wants to be like this outgoing person, like Cat Noir. Being Cat Noir is just an escape to him, but I feel like him being Cat Noir, he kind of pushes aside his everyday life. He wants to forget it, but he needs to know you can't forget your everyday life. You have to accept it and grow as a person. So I think Marinette will show Cat Noir that he needs to focus on himself rather than his whole life being devoted to Ladybug, revolving around Ladybug. And so we will probably see a change in Adrien's personality. The two will really take what they've learned from each other and portray it in their other forms. So they'll really learn from each other, use that lesson they've learned from each other, and be themselves. Reason number 3. Why is my back hurting? I am actually an old lady. Let me go stretch. Okay, so remember when I said Marichat will be platonic rather than romantic? Two will develop romantic feelings for each other but remain as very good friends. I hate that phrase so much. Miraculous Ladybug has made me hate that phrase, and here I am saying Marichat will be very good friends. Yeah. Okay, I'm not gonna say that. I'm not gonna say that. Marichat will be not very good friends, but very good friends. So yeah. So what I mean by that is, once the two realize their feelings for each other, they will pursue each other in the other forms. So once Marinette realizes she actually really likes Cat Noir, she will pursue him as Ladybug, and she could act flirtier or flustered around him. It could go either way. Similarly, when Cat Noir catches feelings for Marinette, he will pursue her as Adrien and will try to get closer to her, similar to how we saw in the New York special. This is the good part. Both of them would still be really conflicted about their feelings, because I don't want it to be a case where they completely disregard their love for the other person. Like, how likely is it Marinette will completely disregard her feelings for Adrien and completely move on to Cat Noir? That's so unlikely, and that's why I think Marichat will work in this process. They will still have feelings for each other, but it's a case where it's like, do I like this person or do I like this person? But sweeties, they are the same person. Oh, this love square thing is phenomenal. It's spectacular. It's just a great concept. I love it, love it, love it. To add on, just a little detail, at the end of the episode Miracle Queen season 3, Marinette and Adrien both have ice cream. Now Marinette has a pink and blue ice cream and Adrien has a yellow and green ice cream, I think, which signified how both of them were just going to take their time and love themselves. But I think they're going to struggle to move on, and so I think they need a little push in learning how to love themselves, which is where Marichat comes into play. The reason why Marichat works is because it's solely a friendship. Like, just a friendship. It's just them hanging out, being super chill. And in order for you to love someone, you need to first love yourself. And the fact that it's a friendship means there are no like romantic feelings involved for each other. So it's just them being chill together. They don't have to worry about any love drama, whether this person likes me, that person loves you, whatever. They don't have to worry about that. It's just a friendship. It's just them being themselves, learning more about each other. And Marichat is the bridge between Lady Noir and Adrianette. Remember how I said that both Adrianette and Lady Noir, because they don't really acknowledge each other's qualities and flaws, it kind of acts like a barrier or blockade rather. But Marichat is kind of like the bridge because it's a friendship. Marichat has the most potential for development because it starts from two people who have barely interacted with each other, didn't quite understand how each other think and why each other act the way they do, to a ship that has generally grown to be a friendship by the end of the episode, Where Dad. The fact that it's a friendship means that I can actually grow and develop. Like, I'm not saying Lady Noir and Adrianette can't grow and develop. I just prefer the friends to lovers trope rather than the love at first sight trope. And I'm not saying I didn't like the umbrella scene. I love the umbrella scene. It's probably my favorite scene in the whole of Miraculous Ladybug. And I love the scene where Cat Noir is like, wow, whoever's beneath that mask, I love that girl. I love both those scenes in the Origins episode. But I just like the friends to lovers trope rather than the love at first sight trope in general. Now I'm hoping we get a lot of Marichat in season 4, and I do think, I can't find the video or the source, but I do remember seeing a video of Christiana V, who plays Marinette, who voices Marinette, and she said there is a great deal amount of Marichat that we'd be happy for. So Marichat Nation, get ready, because we are gonna win in season 4. We're gonna win. We are gonna win. So is Lady Noir, so is Adrianette. I'm not sure about Ladrian, but we are all gonna win. Yeah, I'm hoping we get a lot of Marichat episodes, like a lot. That isn't too much to ask for, is it? I don't think so. I think it's a reasonable wish. So that brings us at the end of our video. If you enjoyed this video and you have any thoughts, any theories that you'd like for me to discuss in my next video, or you'd like to share, feel free to comment them down below. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel, leave a like, and turn on post notifications, and follow me on social media. Follow me on Twitter, follow me on Instagram, where I occasionally post and inform you guys of what videos I have coming next. But that's it from me, and I hope to see you guys in my next video. Bye!